Hello students, I hope all of you are doing very well. So welcome to my YouTube channel Pratik Singh Classes. In this video we are going to study about section 2.4.4, that is cells in parallel. Okay. If you remember, in our previous video we have studied about resistors in parallel, then capacitors in parallel. If you remember them well, it will help you to understand the terms here. In this video we will study all the theories, then we will depict figure 2.18, then we will also see one example sum, okay, and we will try to find out how to calculate different terms when the cells are given in parallel connection or the battery is in parallel. Okay, so please subscribe my channel Pratik Singh Classes, like and share this video to your friends so that everybody should get benefits from my knowledge, and do hit the bell icon so that whenever I will upload a new video you will get its instant notification. Okay, so now starting our video, okay, that is section 2.4.4, cells in parallel. So let us start our today's class. The topic is cells in parallel. In our previous series we have seen section 243. There we have studied about cells in series. There we have studied about how to find the total internal resistance, then total resistance of the circuit, okay, then EMF. The same thing we will study here in the sequence when cells are connected in parallel. As you can see in this figure 2.22, okay, as you can see 3 cells are given here. That means a combination of battery, okay, and here positive terminal of each cell is connected together, okay, and negative terminals of each cell are connected together. Okay, so positive, 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 then one terminal of the load, and then negative, negative, negative to the other terminal of the load. Okay, so here we will study how to find the total resistance of the given cell and what other things related to the combination of cells in parallel. Okay. Alright, let us start the theory part. In parallel connection, all the positive terminals of the cells are connected to one point and all the negative terminals to a second point, as we have seen in figure 2.22, that positive terminals are connected together and negative terminals of the cells are connected together to form cells in parallel connection. Okay, these 2 points form the positive and negative terminals of the battery. Okay, so combined all the connection, it forms the positive terminal of the battery and also the negative one. Okay, suppose there are n cells connected in parallel, okay, between the point A and B, and a resistance R is connected between the point A and B as shown in figure 2.22. So let us see figure 2.22 once again. So as you can see here, this is terminal A of the load and this is terminal B of the load. All the positive terminals of the cells are connected with terminal A, okay, and all the negative terminals of the cells are connected with terminal B of the load. The resistance here, or the external resistance, is R, or we can say that resistance given by the external load is R. Okay, so this is what given. Okay, here in the figure we have 3 cells, okay, but in theory we have seen that we have to take n cells, so it may be any number of cells. Okay, all right, now let us move forward. Suppose Xi is the internal EMF, okay, of each cell and R is the internal resistance of each cell, okay, then the equivalent resistance of the battery, that means the combination of all the cells, is given by, we already have studied in our previous classes, in our previous videos, that the equivalent resistance of a system of or a circuit when it is connected in a parallel is given by 1 by R equivalent, or 1 by R total is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3 up to n number of terms, where n is the total number of connections. Here because we have n cells, so 1 by RQ is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R up to n times. So if you add all, it will give you n by R, that means total number of cells divided by the internal resistance of one cell. Okay, so if you make it reciprocal, it is R by n, we get equivalent resistance of the circuit, okay, or of the battery. This is the internal equivalent resistance of the system of cells combined in parallel connection, and R R eq is equal to R by N, okay, and total resistance in the circuit is equal to, okay, when we have to calculate total resistance of the circuit, in that situation we have to add external resistance plus internal resistance, that is equal to capital R, that is for external resistance, plus a small r by N, that is the internal resistance of all the cells in parallel, okay. So this is the total resistance of the circuit, okay. The total EMF is the potential difference between the point A and B, which is equal to Xi, okay. The current in the circuit is given by, we know very well that I is equal to V by R, okay. So here I is equal to total potential between A and B is Xi divided by total resistance, that is R by N plus R, okay. So when we do here algebraical calculations, we will get I is equal to N into Xi by R plus NR. Now there are two cases. If suppose internal resistance is far bigger than in external resistance, then current in the circuit I is equal to N into Xi by R. What really happens there is, because this R is far bigger than capital R, so we can neglect this term in equation 2.42, and then we will have I is equal to N Xi by R, okay, and we know very well that Xi by R is equal to I1, okay. So here I1 is the current due to a single cell and is equal to Xi by R when R is negligible, okay, or the value of R is far lesser than internal resistance small r, okay. So in this situation, the current flowing in the circuit, okay, what happens to that, the current sorry, the current through the external resistance due to the whole battery is n times the current due to single cell, means whatever amount of current a single cell is giving, okay, the total amount of the current flowing through the external load or external resistance is equal to current by provided by one cell multiplied by total number of cells, okay. Now coming to second case, that is if suppose we have the value of internal resistance is far lesser than value of external resistance, in that situation current I is equal to Xi by R, as you can see in equation 2.43. let me clear this thing, okay. So as you can see in equation 2.42 2.43 that if suppose the value of capital R is far bigger than a small r, then this value, okay, will be neglected, okay. So as in equation 2.43 coming to equation 2.44, we will have I is equal to Xi by R, okay, or EMF by the external resistance. Here is one interesting thing for you. Do you know that when the car engine is started with headlights turned on, or even a bike when you start with the headlights on, okay, they sometimes become dim, means when you kick start the car or the bike, okay, then the headlight will become dimmer, then it will glow in its full intensity, okay. This happens due to the internal resistance of the car battery, okay, or any battery which we use in our automobiles, whether two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler and so on. Alright, so from above equation what we can conclude, okay, the above equation implies that due to the whole battery is the same as that due to a single cell, hence it is advantageous to connect cells in parallel when the external resistance is very small compared to the internal resistance of the cell. Means if suppose external resistance is higher than internal resistance, in that situation the battery should be kept in parallel combination, or the cells or combination of cells should be in parallel combination. So this is all about the parallel combination of cells, okay. So I hope you might have understood how to calculate different terms when the cells are connected in series and in parallel. Now coming to example 2.29, and let us learn a numerical sum and try to find out how to calculate the things. Okay, coming to example 2.19, let us see what is given here. Okay, first let us see what is the circuit or the combinations of the circuit given here. So you can see here 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 cells are connected, okay, with positive terminals together and negative terminals together. That means in parallel. Okay, then EMF of each cell is 5 volt and the internal resistance of each cell is 0.5 ohm. Okay, the external resistance or the load resistance is 10 ohm. Okay, as if you have remembered, we have seen in series combination. Okay, there we have seen that same thing was given when cells were connected in series, but here they are connected in parallel. Now see what we have to find. Okay, so here we have to find equivalent EMF, equivalent internal resistance, total current in the circuit, potential difference across each cell, and then current from each cell. Okay, so first one, equivalent EMF is equal to 5 volt. Okay, because in parallel connection the equivalent EMF is equal to the equivalent EMF of single cell. Okay, then internal resistance is equal to R by N. Okay, so it is equal to 0.5 ohm divided by number of cells. Okay, it is 4 here, it will give you 0.125 ohms. Okay, so as you can see that the internal resistance of each cell was 0.5 ohm, but the final resistance became even smaller than the single cell. Okay, total current I is equal to Xi by R plus R by N. So just substitute the value and you will get 0.5 amperes. Okay, the next question is potential difference across each cell, that is V is equal to I into R, that is equal to 0.5 ampere into 10 ohm, that is equal to 5 volt. Okay, the same thing we have concluded when we were studying about cells in series. Okay, the last question, let us see. Current from each cell, that is I dash, or you can also write this as I1, is equal to I by N, that is 0.5 ampere by total number of cells 4, that is equal to 0.125 amperes. Okay, so this is all about the cells in parallel combination. I hope you have understood it well, and also you have understood how to do the numerical calculations. Okay, now in our next video we will study about section 2.5, that is about Kirchhoff's rule. This is too much important because in every year exam at least 2-mark question comes from it. In board exam and in NEET exam or G exam at least 4 marks questions come from it, where they will give you a circuit and you have to find different physical phenomenon like resistance, equivalent resistance, total internal resistance, okay, current in total circuit or from each cell. Okay, you have to find out. So this is very important, okay, for you. And here you have to use the additional combination of series as well as parallel. That means in same circuit you will have series combination as well as parallel combination, and then you have to find different terms. Okay, so till next video, take care of yourself. Bye bye.